Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news from geeks like you. But if you don't know, it is Friday. That means it's happy
Okay.
hour. That means we talk about everything, including news and everything outside the news and everything we like and dislike at the same time. Yeah, but I said it at the same time. It's a multiverse. I'm your host, Chuck. And with me, I got two hosts with me. Say what's to the people, Randy.
Everyone's different. Some people like to smoke in their
Yo,
own
what's
clean
up,
plate.
Geek
Some
Beast? Shock. What we talking about tonight?
Say what's up to the people, Rakai.
Hello, Governor.
Okay. First stories first. Let me dig into the stories. I just switched tabs. Awesome games done quicks. Adorable dog speed run was just the start. Though awesome games done quick will go on for the rest of the week, the charity speedrunning event may have already peaked with run performed by Peanut Butter Shiba Inu. So y'all know what speed runs are, right?
Yeah, that's where the people like there's like an obstacle course for dogs, and the people run beside the dogs, and the dogs like haul ass through that thing, right?
That's something they do. Yes.
Uh,
I don't know, so I
uh,
be out here trying to guess.
But speed runs in video games
oh,
is that people play the video game and go really fast through it. But yes, it's the same thing. That's what speed run is. Where the dogs run. Y'all see that one dog who takes like 3 steps, little itty bitty dog.
but
He's like, I got this. I
but
got
this is
this.
this art
This is
okay.
this is regular dog. Peanut butter, a Shiba Inu. So peanut butter is the dog's name, and it's kicking ass over here. For the run, peanut butter press either a red, yellow, or blue button pad to control the pillars, rewarded with treats of ham, kibble, and cheese. Peanut butter was about that life. That's an awesome dog name, too. I'm going to put that out there. Name your dog Peanut Butter.
Wait. So
Uh-huh.
peanut butter playing video games, playing
No,
what?
no, it's a dog.
What?
It's traditional speed run.
No,
It's a
that's what I'm
traditional.
saying. Peanut butter, the name of a dog, a Shiba Inu,
Yeah.
is hitting buttons with his little paws, playing
Yeah.
video games.
It's not playing video games. He's playing the game. It's a game he plays by making obstacles come and running around
But it's
him.
the dog, right?
It's a dog. Yeah. Yeah.
It sound the same
Yeah.
to me.
You
It's
know,
potatoes,
it's
potatoes.
it's like a video
I
game
would
speed
recall. I
run.
would recall. Sound like dog.
Hey, and
Okay.
whatever the dog is doing, he playing video games. That
All
shit's
right.
awesome.
In the end, that's what it is.
Uh,
That's just a
No,
dog playing.
no.
he's making
So
little pillars pop up. He playing Donkey Kong. It's
he
all the
hits
same to
he
me.
hits a
Like
button, something pops up. He does an obstacle. He hits another button, and something else pops up. He does that obstacle. Hits another button, that pops up, and he does that obstacle. It's kind of like a video game, but it's real life.
Oh, it's like he's playing video games like us. We play video games. You run to the refrigerator, you get something to eat. You come back, you play the game, you get up, you talk to your wife or the kids. You come back. I mean, it's the same. It's the same thing. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? I just do it with a NOS flow. That's it. That's it. What do I know?
Y'all are hilarious. Oh, y'all are hilarious.
see that
Yes, I
right
guess
there
it
would
is
get
kind
that right there would keep a lot of brothers from getting put out of their houses when they get their new PlayStation 5s and you know what I'm saying Xboxes. If they just get up every time they women start complaining about them playing too much video games, they get up and do an obstacle course. They do
All
something,
right,
you know,
right,
clean some shit, do something,
of.
vacuum.
Yes.
Yeah, see,
right.
they gotta learn
Y'all
from peanut butter.
y'all are hilarious.
Oh man.
Well, awesome games done quick has raised over $2 million, you guys.
Listen, peanut butter doing better than me like hell.
Last year they rose 2.6 million, while its Summer Sibling Summer Games Done Quick raised 2.2 million. This event started off really well, and they no, I got read it wrong. They didn't raise it. They haven't said how much they made, but it has a really good start. And it's the Prevent Cancer Foundation.
Okay,
So they're going to sue every American company about all the preservatives they put in food. That's how you prevent cancer.
right.
Mhm.
Can't argue with you there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
We like cancer food though. Cancer's so American. That and
Yeah.
diabetes.
Well,
Yep, and taste delicious.
Yep, yep. But yeah, Shiba Inu, main peanut butter, was kicking ass out here today.
good for peanut butter.
I always said I wanted a small dog, like a Shiba Inu or something. And I want to name him Kaiju.
That's hilarious.
Name my dog
But
Kaiju.
but it's fitting.
It is. I tell, or I wanted two. I wanted the pit bull, and
Hmm.
name him name him bananas, and have like a Chihuahua named Nuts. And I can say you're nuts and you're bananas.
The fact that you have thought about this is
I've
Oh
been on
yeah,
this thing all
man.
really.
Yeah, man. I,
I've really thought about
I wanted a parrot naming Blackie, a very colorful parrot naming Blackie. And you say, Blackie, you want a cracker? He's like, hell no, I don't want no crackers.
this.
I thought about that too.
Everybody got way too much time on this
Wow. If I had like drink in my mouth, I'd have spit that out right then. Like, wow.
No crackers.
Yeah, named Blackie. I want a colorful parrot named Blackie.
Boy,
Oh,
I swear, I bet when you go to sleep, it is some vivid bullshit going on. Like you just wow.
oh.
Imagining your parrot, that's special.
Nuts and bananas and Blackie the parrot.
Yeah, yeah, Blackie the parrot.
Oh,
Blackie the parrot. I used to tell Ing that
did
she
y'all
used to
see
roll
that?
her head at me.
Did y'all? I did not to change the subject, but Rodney put in the chat. He said the word "cracker" gets you banned on Twitch. Wow,
What if I'm talking about Ritz
Rich,
crackers?
yeah, saltines,
Saltines were
Saltines?
delicious.
yeah.
He said, of course you said it
I said it
again.
again,
I
right?
know it. We did say it. We can't say it. You guys were on Twitter. We say
Ooh.
saltines.
We're talking about a delicious treat.
Yes, yes. Something to eat with
Yes.
cheese
Yeah. Or peanut butter.
or
Mm-hmm.
peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Uh, like
Oh,
that, Rick. I like the way you rounded that story.
That's
Two
right.
oh,
points. 2 points.
oh,
2 points.
God.
That's why on TikTok they do this. Black people do this. These people
Yeah. Oh,
they
oh,
do
God.
that because they can't say it. But they say the N word all damn day though.
They
Hey,
do. They do. It's funny how that works.
How that works, right?
Yeah.
this Elon
Uh
Musk world we living in.
this is an interesting headline. Adam Sandler gets marriage advice from an ancient space spider in Spaceman's new trailer. I have not seen this trailer,
You
but
haven't?
one thing I want to say though, I don't know what skeletons that Adam Sandler knows. He has skeletons on somebody. They're in his closet. He has a whole bunch of them because Adam Sandler can drop like 30 movies that are mid, and nobody see any of these movies, and he still has a Netflix deal. He has like the
That's
$1 billion Netflix deal.
no,
I
he
saw
does
people.
have a very lucrative Netflix deal, but he's actually dropped a few good movies. Hustle and Uncut Gems were
Yeah,
actually good movies.
are
He
those on Net?
acted his
Uncut Gems is not on Netflix. That's
It
on Max.
was. Uncut Gems went to Netflix. It
Yeah, it
was.
went to Netflix, but it's a
yeah.
Max show. Yeah,
I don't know, but
but he
Well, it
all
says,
his movies. Adam Sandler's had a hell of a run.
yeah.
yeah.
Did y'all see this trailer
Like
for
yeah,
Ancients?
I've seen this trailer and it's another one of those movies where I mean it's not he's not a he's not a comedian. I don't know if I mean they didn't show in the trailer. I don't even, he didn't do anything funny in the trailer. It's a serious drama piece where
Hey, that worked. He
where
did Punch
he's
Drunk Love, and it crushed it.
yeah, like he's out here on this space station or whatever by himself or whatever, longing to get back to Earth, but he gets every time he FaceTimes with his wife or whatever, he just gets the feeling that things are not going right. And he finds out that someone has invaded the little space station and he thinks he's going crazy.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, he just thinks like this isn't real. Like I'm going nuts. I've been alone. I've been isolated too long.
Okay.
So
He's in
it's
COVID.
it's I mean, you'd have to see the trailer to make up
Okay,
your
I'm gonna
own
watch the
like
trailer. I'm gonna watch the trailer. I'm gonna try, but I ain't gonna front on Adam Sandler. He has come with some hits. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore,
In the 90s,
Waterboy, The Wedding Singer. You know, Randy's all-time favorite, Bulletproof,
I
with
did. I
Marlon Wayans in it.
was
That's
him
funny.
and Marlon Wayans in
Marlon
Bulletproof.
Wayans ain't in there. Damon
Damon
Wayans.
Wayans,
Damon,
Damon
Damon. Yeah,
Wayans,
I was like,
Damon
Marlon
Wayans,
Wayans.
Damon Wayans.
Yeah.
One of them Wayans boys, they all look alike.
Mm,
What was the one he did with the football movie, the remake from the Burt Reynolds
The
one?
the longest yard.
Yeah,
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Waterboy
Little
is one of the
Nicky.
funniest movies I've ever
The
seen.
Water Boy is
I
a
went to see Waterboy at the movie theaters. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah,
Water
it's
Boy,
silly.
Water Boy, Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Eight
What was the other one?
eight
Happy
crazy
Gilmore.
Happy
nights.
Gilmore was funny, man.
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
he fought Bob Barker, oh man, I rolled.
And even though it
Anger
was
management.
even though it was stupid, what was the other one? Billy Madison had
Yeah, Billy
some
Madison
lines
was
in it.
good. When he hit that
Fifty
Oh
boy
man.
first
with
dates.
dodgeball, yeah, man.
51st date. Spanglish.
Yeah, Grown Ups 1 and 2.
Well,
Deuce
I didn't like
Bigelow.
that's one and two.
He's on that too. You
Yeah, but
know.
yeah,
You know.
Adam Sandler's had a hell of a career, man.
He's had hell of a career. I'm going through the list. Grown ups.
Yeah,
He's
well,
had a hell of a career. Just go with it. Zookeeper. Jack and Jill.
Oh yeah, well
He,
you into the
he's been on a
terrible movies
long
now.
run. He's been
yeah.
on a long run.
'Cause
But
Billy
the
Madison came out
cobbler,
in what, like
his
90,
Netflix films, I'm like,
but the Netflix films, yeah.
uh.
Yeah, because he
But
started off with like Ridiculous Six. It was like,
Yeah,
but
I thought that was strong. I
I
liked the
remember
ridiculous
them.
six. It was totally
I remember
ridiculous.
when they offered him the deal. They said when they have Adam Sandler shows or movies on Netflix, they always do very well, and that was the rationale behind extending him the deal.
Mhm.
Right? It's not like huge, but like he has a very devoted fan base.
He makes his money
They
back.
come for him, and they come for him in on Netflix. So that's why they gave him the deal.
I mean,
Yep.
which makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who that we think should not have a deal, record deal, movie deal, whatever, and they continue to produce stuff, but they have a base that
Yeah,
likes
and
them.
like and like
Yeah, I
his
get it.
base isn't going to the movies anymore, but they are watching Netflix. So
Mhm.
they're staying at home and stuff, and they're watching it. So
Yeah, I totally get it.
yeah,
It's like Nelly cutting a record. We don't think Nelly's big, but people love Nelly. They'll go see Nelly in the country bar anytime. Country Grammar comes on in a country bar or a hood bar and everybody's dancing.
they still do. They still do. I actually know
They
people who
do.
love Nelly. I know people that.
I know it. I know it.
Yeah, I remember Nelly was one of the few rappers that sold like 10 million records. He went diamond. Country
Yeah.
Grammar went diamond.
Listen,
Apple bottom jeans was a thing.
Y'all got Nelly
Boots with the
confused. Now,
fur.
Nelly makes some crossover music that's still appealing. He's on tour now with Janet Jackson.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
it. I believe it.
Yeah.
Nelly was
Yeah.
the Drake
You
of his
know,
day.
Yeah, he
you
was
go
the Drake
shopping
of
to
his
Nelly's
day.
music. You go
Yes.
shopping.
So many
Yeah,
SKUs.
So many SKUs. You go big
So-
shopping with
so
Nelly's
many-
music. Shopping with Nelly's
Yeah,
music.
man.
You
Yeah.
know?
Down.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was shopping music, and now Drake is shopping with the edge. See?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shopping with the edge.
I
Don't get
didn't
nothing talking about Drake.
it, but whatever. Who am I? 10
No,
million
no, but
records,
I haven't
baby.
seen this Adam Sandler movie trailer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it now. You make me curious. I'll watch Adam Sandler movies. I want a few people, but I'm thinking a lot of his movies be hits, like the one like Hoops, when it's about basketball. I was like,
Yeah, hustle. Yeah.
yeah. I was like,
Is that the one when he was like a recruiter or something or a scout?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was a scout.
Scout.
Yeah. And he
I
got
haven't seen it.
The
he got
Russian
that one that one dude who's actually really in the NBA.
NBA. Yep.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Speaking of space, we're talking about Adam Sandler. Artemis delayed. NASA astronauts won't return to the moon this year. Ooh,
So
are y'all
sad.
surprised? Are y'all surprised?
They probably ran into a transformer and they're like,
Yeah. Unicron's gonna show up first, you guys.
um,
Unicron's gonna show up first.
I don't know. So in 2024, are we believing that people actually made it to the moon now? Is that what we're doing? Or people?
Yeah,
did they actually,
let people
they
believe
actually-
whatever they want to
they
believe.
actually get there? Or is it-
Hey.
Still in Hollywood
More
way.
than a third of the world thinks there was a white dude in Africa who became the savior to two black parents. Whatever you want to believe.
What are you
Hmm?
talking
Jesus.
about?
Oh boy.
Jesus. They have proven that. So people let people believe whatever they want to believe. We got to the moon. We landed there in the 60s. Nobody else could do it because American exceptionalism and
I
all
just
the German scientists we had after World War II.
I'm just wondering how they had such a great camera shot. The camera was already outside the ship when it landed.
Posted.
Yeah.
You see how it works in social media? People walk into the mall and do their daily life, and there's cameras there capturing them. And they can say they go to the camera person, hey, let me get that so I can put it on my Instagram.
Mm, yeah.
Especially when you wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get up in the morning, I get my first cup of coffee, and the whole entire time the camera's already there. I saw the Truman Show. It was real. So NASA is dealing with a host of safety and technical issues related to the spacecraft that will fly astronauts to the moon, forcing it to postpone two Artemis missions as it tries to resolve a number of logistical challenges,
You know what they
like
need to do?
pathing to the moon. NASA announced that it's not targeting September 2025 for the launch of the Artemis 2 mission, which was originally scheduled for November 2024. Subsequently,
And I thought we had gotten rid of. I thought we had
That's
gotten rid of the space
that's like
station.
way out too.
oh man, it takes time to get to the moon, man. Because you know
I
what
thought
happened last time we got to the moon?
we hit.
We burnt down the building with all the records and recordings on how to get to the moon.
Hmm.
I thought it had been staffed out to the Russians because there was a joint space program.
We do that. We have it in lower orbit. The IIS. We have that. We have that ISS. We had that program. The moon base is there. The space base is there. It
Hmm.
flies below all the satellites. You know,
Hmm.
it's lower orbit. See, people don't understand there's multiple layers of orbits out there. In order to get to the moon, we got to fly by all that space junk we shot into space over the last 30, 40 years. And those satellites don't slow down. So you got to shoot between them. You got to shoot the gap.
Uh,
It's like playing Frogger.
I'm fine with going to the moon, though. I honestly am.
Hmm.
I'm all right with it.
Okay.
Elon's going to get there first.
Why? He's already been there. He's an alien AI. Why? It's not big news. If Elon gets there, I'm like, yeah, he's going home.
Yeah. E.T.
You think his
Right.
home is the moon?
Huh?
You
No.
think his home is the moon?
I don't
No.
know, man. I'm just saying he's from outer space.
No.
He is from outer space. Nothing wrong with
No.
being from outer space.
He's
Oh,
clearly a Galaxy Quest character. So.
Yeah, yeah, Galaxy Quest, Fun Quest. It's nice to have people on the moon.
you know.
What is the funk saying in the chat, you guys?
Uh,
I haven't been looking at it at all. I've been
uh,
so occupied with us
that
going to the
timeline
moon.
to get back to the moon was way too ambitious. This is good news.
Yeah, no, we got there before with black women in the basement calculating math equations, and now we have AI in our pockets. You trying to tell me those old black women were faster at calculating digits on paper? You gotta think there was no printers. There's no printers. They were typing everything when we got there. And we were able to fly cameras there first that were the
Yeah.
size of a small automobile.
Yeah. And we set the cameras up and set up the
Hmm.
lighting. You
Yeah,
know.
all that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hmm. Sure.
Yeah. So so we're gonna get there on the backup. It's gonna be like the guys went to go see the Titanic. They're gonna put a video game controller into a capsule and send it up into space. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
I do.
Powered by PS5, get to the moon.
Now I
Mm.
think about this the submarine dude who went down.
Yeah. Yeah, we got there. We got there with something less powerful than the PS5.
Yeah, it was.
Facts.
It was.
We got there with something. It was like an Atari system. What do you mean we can't get there again? Of course we
It was
can.
like calculator shit. Like that was the technology. It's like solar calculators and shit. The technology wasn't
I don't
there.
even think they had solar calculators at that time.
I remember I saw in a movie or some comedian, somebody said something about, said those original like space shuttles and all stuff, that we got to the moon or we got in outer space with, 10 billion parts all put together by the cheapest bidder or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. They
All
they
that money got burned.
the a
Attention away
spacesuit was lined in petroleum gel. They said it'd burn off as they were flying out to the outer atmosphere, and
they
it burned
was
off of them, and that the suits would be totally fine in their aluminum state. Yeah, no bacon.
they just said
Huh?
all types of wild stuff back in the day. They
Man,
just,
man, man, man. Y'all should go read the papers. Y'all should go read the papers.
nah, I'm good.
Go read the papers. Papers are amazing. Um, I'm just glad we still got Oliver Stone here. They
because
didn't kill him.
of his conspiracy theories. Oh,
Hey, man, hell, they kill people over aliens, you guys. They kill people over aliens.
I mean, they did. You out here
They
running your
admitted,
mouth.
yeah, we killed a whole bunch of people that knew we had aliens.
but wasn't that
Yep.
long ago? Wasn't NASA gonna have a reality show or some shit?
They did. They're still having it. It's on. You can go on. I think you can go on their network and probably watch it. I think it's live right now.
I didn't think it had been released yet, but I know they were talking about it.
Yeah, I think it's out. Speaking of flying to the moon, you guys, the makers of Transformer toys helped design a robot that's about to land on the moon. Japan Space
So Ricard
Agency
called it out. He
JAXA
said it was already the Transformer was already there before the story
JAXA
came out. He
is
called it.
attempting a soft landing of its moon sniper mission. After aligning the lander will eject Sora Q, a transforming robot roughly the size of a baseball that was made with the help of toy maker Takara Tomy.
We just out here wilding. We just doing anything.
After
Just
hitting the moon's regolith, Sora Q was built to transform, springing out like Ravage out of a sound wave. Just give y'all heads up.
What was his name? Rumble? What was the dude? Boom.
Rumble. That's
yeah.
right. Rumble.
Uh-huh.
Rumble, Ravage. There was a bunch of them. Laser Beak, all of them.
Yeah,
They're all gonna
like,
they're all gonna pop out.
oh, oh,
uh, Spring its two halves apart into independently controlled wheels. In this form, a wishbone like tail guts from its rear to help keep it stable. The robot also pops a camera module up from its core. With the toy maker's help, Jocks to reduce the number of components used in the vehicle as much as possible, increase its reliability.
I think this is beautiful. I can't wait till this is commercialized.
Man, this sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
They're like we need to find the best designers to make a transformer, a transforming vehicle.
So
Let's go to the transformer people.
right,
Let's hire
that's what the
transformer
people make
people.
the toy.
Nobody builds it like they build it.
Yeah, right.
That shit survives little kids playing with them.
And all those times our mama
I
was like,
mean,
y'all need to stop playing with all them toys. Nah, mama, we ahead of the curve. It's the technology right here. This is
That
going
no,
that's
see,
true.
I say we don't even go with the Transformers people. We go old school. Let's get them Robotech people. Let's get the Macross, the Evangelion people. Let's go old
Yeah.
school.
Hey. Like the funk said in the chat, I already can't afford a $1,700
right.
Grimlock.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Facts.
How much is this gonna cost?
Facts.
Grimlock is amazing, you guys. You can say happy
Grimlock.
birthday, and he starts
Yeah.
dancing.
Man, I thought they
Now,
hit
how much
with
when
the
that
Optimus Prime. But
When
the
that Optimus
Grimlock,
Prime, there was
oh,
like $800 that had like was like the whole semi truck, and then
yeah,
It's just the
like
front of him. It's the front of him is $800 and the back of him is $800.
oh
Together, he's $1,600 if I'm correct.
I thought the Grimlock was a lot more though.
He's $1,700 by himself. The
Okay,
Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime is either $900 or $600. There's
I,
two
I
of
mean,
them.
like
They
eight
had
hundred.
the big one and they had the small one. They have one thing that was $900. Then they have the smaller one that's $600, and the actual cabin for him is the same price as the robot himself.
I just
So
know I
there
saw
may
that.
be. Mhm.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
So there
I
may be a $900 Optimus Prime as the actual truck.
okay.
Then the actual
Yeah,
the bed, the freight bed of the truck is another $900, and it's the same thing for the smaller one.
okay. The Grimlock is dope though.
He's dope. He is dope. He is
Oh
dope. Oh, look, Rodney brought him up. He's so awesome.
yeah,
I
he.
saw him at Comic-Con and almost had an orgasm.
I believe
Right
it.
there, I
oh
almost fell out. Like, oh my
oh
God. He's real. He's
Not
so
oh
quite
real.
that good, but I get
oh
the analogy. I get it. I get it.
Nah,
yeah,
it's that
that
good.
was deep.
It's that good.
But
He's a
not quite that good. Like, oh, he's geek. Hell, Grimlock. I gotta go back
Rodney
to my
said we
room.
call those geek gasms. He understands,
Oh,
like, oh my
I
God.
I
He'll be
Oh
like,
my
hey,
believe.
God. I
I
was
gotta
like
go
this
back.
by the table. Oh.
Right. Like, I gotta go back to the room real quick.
Nah,
Wow.
I was splurging over all the boards there, all
Ooh.
the
Wow.
signage.
Uh,
I was so excited about it. I was so excited about it.
Damn that Grimlock does look awesome though.
oh man, it's dope. Damn, it's
I
dope.
mean, I can't
It
even
is.
front. I mean, it does look awesome, but at the same time, a little bitty robot is not $1,700 awesome. I don't care
He's
what you
not
say.
little. He's like big.
He's
He's
but
like,
it says 15 inches. It's like a foot and a half. That bread.
hey,
Listen.
Hey.
hey, a
Mm-mm.
lot of people be happy to have 15 inches.
Uh, he gonna get us kicked off Twitch again.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about saltines again. Hell, what the just
I'm talking about rulers and yardsticks. Y'all are nasty.
yeah.
Y'all
Hmm.
need to get y'all need to get that stuff off y'all's
Yeah,
mind.
that's
I
yeah.
know.
Uh,
Y'all need to get y'all so
As, as a
nasty.
matter of fact, you don't even want to be with nobody who be happy to have 15 inches. Like you can't do nothing with that.
Hey, I saw what Luke Skywalker did. I'll do that. Cut it open and slide up in it and keep warm. It's wintertime.
You know what?
Get your
I
man.
I
Find you
can't. You know
somebody.
what?
Like,
Yeah,
like,
get your
What?
man's.
What? Did
Get
he
your
not do
man's.
that? He's still alive. Luke lived. Luke lived.
Technically, Han Solo did that, but
Was it? I thought it was
what?
Luke Skywalker.
God,
no.
I cut him open because Luke was when he went on the rescue
Luke
mission.
was injured.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
went on
Luke
the
was injured.
rescue.
That's right. That's
Right.
right. That's right. Yep.
Cut it open and he laid up, inside of whatever that was.
When he got away from the Hoth beast
Yeah.
or whatever it was, abominable snowman.
Oh yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Wow, this
So,
guy.
He
It just
lived. He lived, guys. He lived.
yeah, that's cool. What's our next story?
It's the
please.
Wampa.
Yeah, the Wampa. Yeah.
The Wampa. Yep. I was like, what's that creature called? It's called something like what a Wamp. I don't want to say that. I said Wappa. It's not Wappa. It could be Wappa, but it's a Wampa.
The
I
Wappa.
couldn't recall. The
He
next
got a record deal. The Wappa,
Yeah,
he got a
that's
record
us,
deal.
the rapper.
it's
Yeah.
wap. That
I didn't know
wop. That wappa.
they were spitting flows and
That
Star.
wappa.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
I think I
Get
might
ready
know
for
her.
that wappa.
I think I might know her.
Y'all so stupid. K-pop artist sweeps 7 of the top 10 spots on the US list of best-selling CDs of
That's crazy.
2023.
We were just talking about K-pop.
Yeah, we were. Aside from Taylor Swift, all the last year's best-selling CD albums in the United States were K-pop artists.
Yeah.
On the list ranking CD sales only, not including digital downloads, albums, or any other format, K-pop artists claimed a whopping 7 spots at the top 10. The six K-pop artists that made it to the top: Stray Kids,
Hmm.
TXT, New Jeans, Twice, 17, and BTS. Yep.
That's amazing that BTS still out Jungkook from BTS. Cause I about to say they ain't released nothing. Half of them are in
BTS
the
is Jungkook. Yep, Jungkook.
yeah, half of them are in the army right now.
Yeah, they don't have to release anything. They got money sitting for them when they get home.
Do
Hmm.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or are they just exploiting them and putting them out there? Because it's like a
Mm,
machine, right?
nah, but
No, they pay them.
they're the
Okay.
most successful group in the history of K-pop and all that. Yeah, them dudes are set for life. And
Yeah.
then they already planning like their reunion album like 2027, 2028. That's gonna
Yep.
be that's gonna it's gonna make what's his uh
They're gonna be in
Taylor
better
Swift's
shape. They're
Taylor
gonna be
Swift's little album and Beyonce gonna make all that look stupid.
yep. Yep. Taylor came out and recorded all her masters all over again.
He
She's
did.
like, "Oh, Scooter Braun, you gonna keep my masters? I'm gonna make the music over again." And my friends know my average ass voice ain't gonna change, so it's gonna sound the same to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Taylor Swift's 1989, Taylor's version. I love they said they all say Taylor's version. Taylor Swift speak now, Taylor's version. Go Taylor. Do
Yeah.
it. That's why you the GOAT.
And I'll
Mm.
smack you to the white meat if
She's the
you ever
GOAT.
say
There's Taylor, then there's Michael.
these things.
Look,
There are people out there that believe that bullshit.
No, they are. They are.
There
They
are people
are.
out there that believe
they're
They
it.
on
are.
drugs. They're on
They
that
are. Yeah.
Heisenberg. They're on drugs.
I know one thing for a fact. Taylor ain't standing on stage and people just pass out.
I know that's right. We mean stand on
He's
stage. How about just stand on the balcony of your hotel?
That's
I'm
true.
talking about just looking on your screen in your house on TV and just be like,
Yeah.
oh, you so
Yeah. People
stupid.
passed out over Mike.
You so
Yeah,
stupid. I don't
yeah.
think people pass out on the TV, Randy.
Shit. People look people look at Michael Jackson videos passing out, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think of
Because
these third world countries where they ain't that wealthy.
Hey, not only
Live
that,
like this.
when he put out the first music, like movie video, hey, when he put out Thriller,
it was an
people was
event.
people
It,
was legit like that was a 17-minute horror movie. Like people,
people pop popcorn and everything because I know my
Yeah, that's
family
what
pop
I'm
yeah.
saying,
popcorn.
man. Y'all gotta, man. I keep trying to tell these people it
But see,
ain't
that was a
nothing like.
different time. Could
Don't
Michael
matter.
pull that off today?
If you put together clips of Michael's concerts and stuff, and put together his songs and wove it into a 3-hour concert movie experience like they did for Taylor, that would be the highest selling joint of all time.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean, as far as like whatever, it would surpass Taylor's
I don't know. We know
shit
somebody that probably wouldn't go to that, but they went to Taylor Swift.
Who?
worldwide, internationally. He would crush that,
Everything.
crush it.
Everything.
I saw a pic of the MJ biopic today. Nobody's even talking about the biopic.
Well, some of
What
those.
biopic?
You gotta see
The one when
exactly.
the one that the legacy's a little tainted. So some people worry about them, all the later subsequent stuff. But Michael Jackson in the 80s at his pinnacle, man, it wasn't nothing like it.
But even with the
It was
legacy
different.
being tainted, the one thing about what I'm saying, hell, he was acquitted of all that type of stuff or whatever.
Yeah, but
Uh, here's the thing: if he released the music, if you're not getting into all the other stuff, because regardless of like that whole separating the artists and their music or whatever, there's people that still play R. Kelly, and that dude is guilty as hell. So, I mean,
yeah,
they would play if you put it a 3-hour concert thing together of Michael Jackson's best performances, best concerts, you know, all that type of stuff, that would go bananas.
I'm thinking. This is how I'm thinking. If we were kids of today, we wouldn't care if Michael Jackson was a brand new artist. We wouldn't care if he came out or not because there's so many distractions.
And I can hear you, but I don't know anybody that's ever said
Yeah, I
some
think when
mess.
Michael Jackson was big, news was talking about him, talk show hosts were talking about him, the radio was talking about him, and that's the only places we had. With the
But
formation of the internet
if
today,
they put it out today, if they put out something like that,
brand new artists, just like Michael Jackson.
if they put it out, because it's almost like one of those things, because those of us who are older would go crazy for it and be like, oh my God, it's stuff we've never seen before or whatever. We move the culture. And so younger people would get onto that, because even if not, they would hear all those songs and stuff that got a bit of the new songs that their favorite artists have sampled from his music now.
No, I mean, if Michael Jackson was never an artist and he came
Okay.
out today,
Okay.
I mean, that's
if he
hard to
came
say
out
because
right now,
he had a 25-year head start. He had a
yes,
25-year head
and
start.
he
So
had, he
it's
had
like,
a, he had a head start, which all form of media was focused on him. Every newspaper wrote about him.
right.
Every magazine wrote about him. Every television station wrote about him. Nothing's writing about anybody
Hold
anymore.
on, hold on, hold on. How about this? If he came out brand new today,
Yep,
he was never artist before, right?
yep.
Then you have to start where he started. And I tell you, every news media, whatever out there would write about the Jackson Five. They will write about this little group with this amazing little kid as a singer, and Joe Jackson is the new LeVar Ball again, and he didn't beat the hell out of you. Just think about it. Why do we know
I don't
every
think they
one
would
of
write
their
about him.
kids? Why do we know every one of their kids' names? Those some didn't even release music for real. Reby and Latoya, they didn't do shit. We know their names.
Cause
Why?
the media focused on all of them. I'm
I
saying
think media will
today
focus
they
on
would
them.
be hot for like 2 seconds for their 3.5 minute TikTok songs, for their 3.5 minute TikTok songs, and we would never hear about them again.
Now we're
No,
talking.
no, because no, regardless of that, he's a sexual deviant. Diddy is not wrong. Once a hit, always a hit. You talk about the number of hits that they churned out.
Yeah,
Hits.
yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's the reason why we still talk about Taylor. She got hits. We still talk about Bruno. We still talk about Ed Sheeran. We
We
still
don't
talk
really
about
talk
Beyonce.
about
They got
Bruno.
hits. We talk about Usher. They got hits.
And none of your kids care for Bruno, Taylor, Chris.
They
They
and
don't care about none of them.
my
None
kids
of
are
them.
teenagers and they like all them people I just said.
But they don't. They're not going out buying CDs. They're not buying tickets to them.
Yeah, it
You're
now that is
they're
true.
they're
However,
not like, yo, I can't wait to see Chris Brown when he comes out here to
oh,
us. I can't wait.
hold on. My kids don't consume music like that. However,
Most kids don't.
everybody you just read on that list, the 7 of the 10 K-pop artists, my daughter has said that about them.
Yes, 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 yes.
So I mean, so this the thing is, it's still the same. She still consumes music. She has their CDs. She has a BTS album. She has her posters on the wall. Like,
There's a favor for it, but I said there's so many now. You got to think those Jacksons that have to fight against the people that are just like them.
yeah, and that would be true if we're talking about some old random ass group that they weren't random.
We can say
You
things
mean to
we
tell
about
me that the
New
Jackson
Edition.
Five, we could Jackson Five, New Edition, if NSYNC was never artists and they came out today with the music that they dropped, you don't think that that would make a dent? Like nobody
I
would be
don't
checking
know.
for them.
I
So who
don't
do you think?
know.
So you saying nobody in music is making a dent?
No, I think there are. I think Beyonce and Taylor are because they came in at the like the precipice of the internet. Like they came at the top of the internet when YouTube was taking over before Soldier Boy was telling them to do Soldier Boy. You know what I'm saying? We care to forget that Soldier Boy made the first viral music video
So
on
we're
YouTube.
so you're just saying that
I'm
no.
saying if he came in today with the NBA Young Boys and all with the Drakes and everything and every other half-ass DJ mix song on TikTok and Snapchat and every other place these kids go that gives them 2.5 minutes of any song and not a full song, and nor do they care about a full album, that it wouldn't have the same luster.
I
Like
think this is
Off
a
the Wall is fucking amazing album. I think if Off the Wall came out today, brand new, it's an amazing album to us because we listen to full albums. These kids don't even listen to a full song. They listen to like a minute and a half to 2 minutes of a song.
But that's why it's unfair to kind of we can't we can't compare these two things because like
It is.
yeah, you can't.
Because when Michael came out, you bought the whole entire album,
But I
and
guess
every song was
you
mind
can't
blowing.
compare because of like the lead up, how they
Yeah,
influence all of those things. So I don't know. I don't know if they would or not.
record labels aren't dropping money into projects like they used to. Like Michael Jackson dropping an
But
album,
then
they
you got to
dropped
say that
their,
about every single artist that's ever been.
but
If they,
not now. They don't do that.
that's what I'm saying. If you're saying Mike, it wouldn't be
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
every
is what I'm
single
saying,
artist that's
Randy.
ever been.
That's what
Every
I am
single artist
saying.
that's ever been might not be.
Michael Jackson was the start of the mega star, where they were like, "Yo, we have to put just as much money into him to get it back out." That's when they realized they had an aha moment, and now they had the aha moment like, we don't put anything in these artists. Let them figure it out, make us a hit, and then when it becomes a hit,
All
we'll market it.
right, but here's the thing though. So I mean, by the same metric, if Taylor Swift were to come out today, brand new artist, never
She wouldn't
released,
make it.
would she? Yeah.
She
If
wouldn't make it.
Beyonce were to come out today, brand new artist with
She wouldn't make it.
Destiny's Child. So
She
let's
wouldn't
start
make
at
it.
her.
Wouldn't make it.
But why? But why not?
Because music's not respected the same way. Music is all music is now forced for shopping.
Here's what I personally believe.
All music's for
If
shopping,
if
except
you're
the
if you're
icons.
meant to be out there, then you're gonna be out there. There's
Yeah.
it's it's more saturated. Like there's a lot more artists, and it's a lot harder to get to the good artists because there's so much crap out there. Because now everybody has access to Fruity Loops and a computer or whatever, a cell phone.
Yes. Yes.
But at the same time, that's not like we didn't have crap music back then or whatever. You know, the cream always rises to the top, regardless of what the circumstances are.
But the crap music we had couldn't make a song to go worldwide. Like Soldier Boy went platinum not because the record label pushed him, it's because he hid his song under every popular artist at the time, and he made a video.
Or then who
And
was it?
now record labels expect that out of all their artists.
So
You
you don't
know,
think the Jackson Five and Michael Jackson were
we're
out?
surviving
They,
today's
they
environment. I
couldn't
don't
push
think so.
themselves out there and separate themselves from the competition.
I think these kids have been. That's cool. There's a little kid singing, but that shit overall is corny. It ain't telling me about my wop,
But
about
he
my
would be
booty
different.
hole
They
and
wouldn't be
stuff, and
singing,
that shit's
but they
like
would be singing about different stuff.
I don't know. Guns in Gary, Indiana.
The same people in Gary, Indiana, the same people who like whatchamacallit, that crazy Freddie Gibbs. They grew up on. They be influenced by.
Freddie Gibbs is not that big. These young kids don't know who Freddie Gibbs is.
What I'm saying is they would be influenced by the music and the
Oh
art
yeah, I
out
agree.
there.
I
And so they
agree.
would assimilate and adapt to whatever that
I
style.
agree. I
The
agree.
talent would still be there.
You have to
I
understand.
think Michael Jackson and the Jackson Five doing a TikTok video would be fucking amazing. I think
Yeah,
people. I think 100 million people will watch in. You see
There
the
are
Jackson
groups
Five.
like the Jackson Five right now. I see them on TikTok. I see them on Instagram. It'll be five kids killing it, doing exactly like them. Modern day spin to what they're
yeah,
doing.
but you're talking about people who are emulating Mike from
But
60
nobody's
goddamn years ago.
but for somebody 15, they're not emulating. This is the first time I'm seeing this. This is the first time I'm seeing
I
this.
don't know. I think
My mom plays R. Kelly for me. My mom doesn't play the Jackson Five because she grew up on R. Kelly.
your mom grew up on R. Kelly. What are you
No,
talking
that's what I'm saying. That's what these kids' mothers are today. You understand? The kids there today, they grew up on R. Kelly.
But what I'm saying is they would adapt. They're not going to be still.
I'm saying that there are groups out there. I can give you a list of groups out there that like the Jackson Five. They're having a hard time. I mean, Chloe and Haley had a hard time. Chloe and Haley had a hard time. Don't get me wrong. The Jackson Five are dope. They're like the dopest to ever do it. Them and New Edition, the dopest to ever do it. But Bruno is very, very close. And Bruno struggled for the longest time.
I mean, you know, any artist that made it, most of them struggled until they
Yes.
didn't. So,
Yes. Yes.
so I mean, and you know what we're talking about right now is in this next article that we were um
hmm
going to be talking about, whereas talking about uh
TikTok can generate AI songs.
yeah, like that's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes. Yes. And we have AI artists out right now outperforming artists that are real right now. There are AI artists out there outperforming real artists right now in techno house, in pop music, and people don't know they're not real. It just pops up. It's a TikTok song, and I love the song. I'm gonna put it to the background of my TikTok video.
But I mean, but part of that is because a lot of music is formulaic. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And especially in the era that we're in, people don't eat, like you said, the TikTok era where
Mhm.
people listen to snippets of songs. And if the beat, like the producers have been winning for years now. The producers are the real stars because people are not even really concerned about the lyrics. If you
Not at
got a
all.
catchy hook and a dope beat, we don't even need the
Yeah.
rest of the song.
World Famous Tony Williams opens up his new album. It's called Riding Bicycle as a Fish. He talks about songs today don't have hooks, they don't have bridges,
Yeah,
they
like
don't have
it's almost like the
they they
art of
they stripped
storytelling, the art of songwriting is dead.
they
Yeah.
stripped all that out of all the songs across rock, across blues. Everything is turned into a bad version of hip hop, a cheaper version of hip hop. Not say bad, just cheaper. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what the Jackson Five would have to fight against.
But that
And it and
but
because you got to
okay,
think when the Jackson Five came out, they were the forefront of all their videos. You saw them. Now everybody's the background of somebody else's video. To the Instagram model, to the influencer, they're just background music. Everything's background music. It's kind of disappointing.
All right, let's move on.
It's depressing. It's depressing. It's Target music,
I mean, we can't
you
answer it.
know. I know people that don't listen to Drake. He's the biggest artist for the last decade.
there's so many skews, so many skews.
They don't listen to Drake. And Drake has made some amazing music.
Drake,
He's made some amazing music. You know,
DeGeneres.
Victoria Monet. Victoria Monet's song, Put That on Your Mama, was an amazing song. Hot
Yeah.
like 10 seconds. Disappeared.
But it
Unfortunately.
is a lot of
What do you
stuff out there,
what do
and
you mean
people.
pop for 10 seconds?
Nobody's talking about it right now. We talked about Michael
Because
Jackson for like 6 months.
yeah, but Victoria Monet is one person, that's one song that came out over a year ago. Like,
People
and
aren't
it
talking
popped.
about
It
Renaissance no more since the tour's over.
They talked about it for a year.
But that's because the tour was going on.
Yeah, but they talked about it.
Nobody was talking about the album. People were talking about the tour. We
Yeah.
talked about Michael's album for a year. Michael's album would still be playing right now. A new single pop out, like Pretty
but
Young Things
again,
pop out 7 months after the album come out.
you're talking about a completely different time, and you can't
Yes,
compare apples to apples in
that's
this
what I'm
case.
talking about. In this time, it's so different. It's
But the
so
thing is,
different and so
this time
weird.
is still creating stars. So we have to, and maybe
N-
it's a wrong
But
assumption,
not at the
but
same level. We're
who's
not
not at the
creating
same
stars
level?
at the same level. We
No,
could.
we're not. But I truly believe, and maybe this is just that the people who are supposed to pop, that they will be able to make the music to propel them to the top of the charts and be able to churn out consistent hits like
No,
they did.
we're talking about Michael Jackson level. Anywhere
So
close to that. Anywhere
are we
close to that.
have nobody?
Bruno should be there. Anderson .Paak should be there. These are artists that should literally be there.
But didn't we just say BTS? That they were there.
Right? To people that like Korean pop, but not in popular American culture, they're not there. In popular
So
UK culture, they're not there.
are you just saying there's no huge pop stars in music wise anymore?
People are not making people that pass out in the middle of Uganda when they hit the stage like Michael Jackson did.
Well, I mean, and
Nobody's
that,
doing that right now. Taylor's not doing that.
but
But
here's the
probably
thing.
nobody
Here's the
ever.
thing. The artists that we're getting now, they have a foundation. Their musical knowledge, their musical influence came from somewhere. So if Michael
Yeah. Oh
Jackson
yeah, that's
them
all
came
Michael.
out
Oh,
now,
that's all. That's
then
all Quincy or Michael. Oh
it would
yeah.
be some other
Oh
artist that
yeah.
we would
Oh
revere.
yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
nobody is making songs in the key of life right now. Ain't nobody making music like Stevie Wonder.
No,
There
that's
ain't.
true.
Ain't
That's true.
nobody, ain't
That's true.
nobody making Purple Rain right now. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't. Ain't nobody dropping them Earth, Wind, and Fire albums. You know, there is no Jimi Hendrix type person around right now. I mean, so
But people are making Quincy Jones level pop music, old Motown pop music, making that level of music.
yeah, but at the same time, they're cheating it. It's just like the NBA has a wonderful product because the athletes today are stronger, faster. They have better nutrition. They not
Yeah.
snorting as much
Yes, absolutely.
cocaine. They got you, you
Yeah,
know
you don't know that. You don't know
Nah,
that,
he's
no,
Manette.
right.
they're
Nah,
no,
the
no,
80s, they was high. They
their
was.
cocaine changed. They got
Yeah,
Instagram models. It's a different cocaine, but still the
it
same.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not as
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, the 80s was bad. The 80s was real
But
bad.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
so then when you get to comparing the different
Yeah.
eras and you know what I'm saying, could LeBron play back then? Could Mike play now? The top people couldn't make the transition and they would make the transition on their game.
And how you not saying what I'm saying? I'm saying Mike did great because he was in that era where in that vacuum he did well, but in today's era, that same artist, an artist just like him, wouldn't be able to do what he did because the vacuum doesn't exist the way it did for him. The vacuum exists in the way for Michael, where he's on the front of L.A. Times, New York Times, Time Magazine, Ebony, Jet. These kids don't even look at any of that shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Does that even matter anymore? I mean,
Exactly. You're saying exactly what I'm
people
saying.
move on so fast
That
and they
exactly. You're
they
saying
anoint the next person as the next
and
greatest and
you're saying exactly what I'm saying.
but I'm
They would
not.
ignore. They would anoint it. They would anointed somebody else by now. They would
Yeah,
have
but
been that song is hot. That song been hot 3 months and they've been over it.
that doesn't make
Next
them
artist.
right. That's like saying Patrick Mahomes
I
is the
didn't
best
say it makes them
quarterback
right.
in the history of the
No,
NFL. I'm like, boy,
nobody's
stop.
talking about right or wrong. I'm saying it just is what it is.
Mm, mm.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It just is what it is. It's the state of the culture.
Well,
You know,
one day there will
Stephen
be somebody
King
else
was
that's like
was
Mike.
a
It
great
just
motherfucking author, but you to these kids, they don't read it. They don't even read goddamn books.
Who you said was a great author?
Stephen
Stephen King.
King,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
won't
a great
disagree with that.
author. People
Yeah.
ain't reading books. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying?
Nope.
Harry Potter,
They
Harry
waiting
Potter
on
books are having a
Scream 9
struggle
to
right
come
now
out.
with these kids today.
Yeah,
The
they waiting on
15-year-old girl from
Scream.
2003 reading Harry Potter. She loves Harry Potter. She reads books. A kid in 2024, her same age right now,
Yeah.
they're like, why don't
They
they
t-
make this a
they
movie?
they too damn lazy to even let Siri read the shit to them. Like they,
That's right. Matter of fact, they're like, yo, take this movie and make it a 5-minute video on YouTube.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
To their defense, though, it's always been people like that didn't read or did do anything.
Yes, but I'm saying right now it's the culture.
It's funny because
I
you guys talk about that, and I grew up. I love reading. I absolutely love
uh-huh.
reading, but it's been hard for me to get back into reading. I stopped
Ooh.
reading, and honestly, it was like I was reading the other day, and I was trying to get through it, and I just had to fight the urge of like reaching for my phone.
Mm.
Yeah.
I had to
That's
just,
It's
I
time.
had
that's
to,
the
so that's
that's
and
the
that's
other
the
cocaine
time.
these days.
It's the time.
That's the
It's the time. It's how our brains
Yeah.
are trained,
And plus,
and there's
the
just
way we
so
work.
much out there, right? There's so much out there for us to consume. That it's like, yeah, you're talking about all these different things that you're fighting for attention. So it's like I think it's a bigger macro issue. Is
Mm-hmm.
it's the attention, all the things that are fighting for the attention, not necessarily the talent or the thing. It's like it takes so much more for something to reach critical mass, viral mass these days, that it's just like it is really hard to compete for people's time and attention. And you see it in everything, like even sports, they're running into that too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's everywhere, and it's just more and more things that people are competing for people's attention.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like when we
yeah.
bought
Sports
music, it
Illustrated
was
staff got fired today.
But they about to go out of business.
They're gonna
Yeah.
go out of business, and that was
Exactly.
something we all grew up with, right? You knew
We
that
all
was like
read Sports Illustrated.
that's an
Right.
institution, right? That's an
Mm-hmm.
institution, and even then, today I was hearing that L.A. Times staff went on strike because like
Mm-hmm.
same thing, they were getting cuts, and the stats that I heard was like New York Times has like 10 million subscribers, LA Times has like 800,000 subscribers. And then even then, it's like, when's the last time any of us actually picked up a physical newspaper? you
Put that in
know,
our chat a little while ago. I
right?
was like, who still reads newspapers?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's,
Exactly. So imagine a 15-year-old. You know what a newspaper is. They
but
don't even
I
know
would
what
like
that
to believe.
is.
I'm also kind of like with Rakai. I would like to believe that Michael Jackson was a transcendent talent. That
I do agree with that.
regardless of era, he would rise to the top. It may not be as monoculture as he was back in the day because, again, like I said, there's too much to compete with. But I believe
Mm-hmm.
there are certain peoples that in any and even in like even in in sports talk they always have this too. They always have this conversation where like, oh, if Michael Jordan played today, this and that. They always make these comparisons. But I really do believe that there's certain iconic, transcendent talents that would be successful in any era. It may
Yeah.
not be the same heights that they would have. So I don't think Michael Jackson necessarily would have the same heights. Because also, the transplanting him to having him come out here, you also run into the same issues of boy he would get tore up by all the other stuff on social media.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He would get tore up by all the allegations, all the rumors, all the true stuff too. You know what I mean? Like that would come to light so much faster in today's social media that like it would be really hard for him to overcome that. But I do think anyway, I'll just say any those types of transcendent talents would be successful in any time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know because I
I
think
think
like
Michael
like
Jackson is. I think he would rise to being Beyonce or Taylor. He would rise to that level. But when Michael was here, Michael was like a god. He was like a god. He shut down the Vatican. He literally shut down the Vatican just by being there. He hung the baby over a balcony. He would have dropped that baby. They would have caught it.
here's the thing. It's hard to say, what he would do if he came out today as a new artist. But if you look at that list that we were just talking about, 7 of the top 10 artists
Mm-hmm.
were K-pop artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at especially them K-pop boys, if you look at their style and how they're very effeminate, very androgynous. Hell, that is Michael Jackson shit.
It
Yeah,
is.
they are off the playbook. They're going off the
They are.
Michael
They are.
Jackson
Yeah,
They are.
playbook.
They are. They
that
are.
is that
They
is
are.
Mike. So I mean,
I'm saying that playbook exists, and he came out today as a young. We could start him off at 10 or start him off at 12, like where Bieber came out. He would have a short time. You got to think Taylor's had the highest now sales of CDs. She only sold 800,000. This is a man that sold 30 million records, 60 million, and was angry about it.
yeah, but again, we're talking about a completely different time. He sold
Exactly.
physical media. There was no streaming. There was none of that.
Exactly. You're saying exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. It's harder now.
But to the same point, I would I would like to think because he's still his daddy, Joe Jackson. They gonna find the people to figure out the streaming and to figure out all that and to do what it takes to get them to the
Mm-hmm.
top of the heap.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like if Mike played, and several other big time NBA you know, former players have said if Mike played in today's era, which is softer, which is less physical,
Mm-hmm.
which what I'm saying, is more focused on like 3-point shooting and all that type of stuff. And now with all the advances they have in sports medicine and nutrition, all that type of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they said, man, Mike would score damn near, he
And,
would damn
and
near average 40 plus a game.
and you know what's
Period.
gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? The
What?
moonwalk challenge would happen, and all of us gonna watch the hot chicks doing moonwalking that do it half as good as Mike and not watch Mike at all do it.
That
We're
is
gonna
true.
look at all the
That is true.
Instagram
Because when I
models
see old girl
doing
twerking, doing it, I'm be
yeah,
like, well,
twerking. We're gonna see
like,
that.
look at
So I don't
look
want to
at
hear
Michael. I'm
that.
like, who? Michael who?
When Michael Jackson moonwalked, the whole entire world watched it and was mind blown. It'd be like 10,000 people, predominantly dancers, had seen Michael Jackson moonwalk. And then they would have copied it, put it on Instagram. All the Instagram models said, "That's kind of cool.
You
I'm
know,
going to do it."
it's
We would have
interesting
had
you
the
say
all-white
that.
sorority girls,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
all the
but
white
But
sororities, they all been
yeah, it's
moonwalking.
really interesting you say that because like talking about Jungkook, right? Like
Uh-huh.
he did his like, solo thing, and then like that's one of the things I actually watch on TikTok is actually dance covers of all these different names, and it's actually and then the algorithm just sends it to me. So there was this one dance move that was done by this one like EDM band. I forgot the name of it, but like it totally took off and everybody was covering it and it was just popping in my feed and I was watching all those. And then the same thing, it was Jungkook's. There's like a section in one of his songs, like "Standing Next to You," I think. And correct me if I'm wrong, Defunct, but like you go on TikTok and there's everybody copying it, but everybody knows it's from him because it's his song. His song's playing, so they know it's from him. It's not like this person ain't copy, but like I don't know. It just would be different. I think people would totally copy it,
Yeah.
but it would be his song underneath it, so they know it's Michael Jackson that did it. So like
Maybe it's
they
his song.
they got
No,
so popular because like I didn't know about this EDM group, and then I looked them up and I was like, oh my god, that was crazy because everybody was commenting about that dance, and
that
it
was
was
like
like,
when Drake put out that song, Keisha, Do You Love Me? The little Shiggy challenge where people
Uh-huh.
would jump out the car and dance beside the
Uh-huh.
car. That's the same thing. That's basically what Rodney's saying. The same thing is like that song for Drake skyrocketed because of a challenge done by some other dude who
Yep.
created a dance for it on TikTok. That
And
went
nobody
crazy.
knows that Drake song or what album that song belongs to.
Everybody knows that Drake song.
They know
Everybody knows that Drake
they know
song.
that part of the Drake song. You say, "Give me the lyrics." After Keisha, "Do you love me?" What does he say after that?
Does that matter?
It does, because we knew
No,
every
it
word
doesn't.
of every Michael Jackson
No, it
song.
doesn't because they still consume the song.
Because there's a lot of people who may not know that's a Drake song. They just kind of
Yeah,
know
they
the
only know
hook
it's a
and
Drake
the
song.
bridge.
No,
Like
everybody knows that that's a
I
Drake
can
song.
guarantee you there's
No,
people out there that
no.
don't know that that's a Drake song. You know
Yep.
that's a Drake song because you're super cool and on top of things. You got kids who listen to things. But like
Yeah, not everybody
I
knows it's a Drake
she don't
song.
know that that's necessarily a Drake song. She just likes it because it comes on the radio. Like Kiki, are you with me? And she just knows the hook.
No,
who,
just
People
knows
I
that
first met,
who's
she
Drake?
didn't know the,
those four
Who's
bars.
Drake? Who's Drake?
yeah, right.
Yeah, like who's Drake?
Right.
Drake
The
is,
people,
is Drake that
So
guy from the
Drake.
Toronto Raptors? He's a Toronto.
No,
right.
he's
Is
the
that the
guy.
guy? Is that Drake?
He's the guy that you hear when you go to Target. You're shopping. So many
Shopping.
SKUs.
He's
So
the
So
guy
many
from the
SKUs.
Toronto
So
Raptors,
many
right?
SKUs.
Yeah, Rodney's right. He's the guy from the Toronto Raptors who was annoying throughout the playoffs when they won the chip. That's
Yeah, he's
like that guy.
He's the guy from the
Like,
yeah
meme where
the guy
it says Bud thinks he's on the team, right?
the
That's
guy
yeah,
at
it,
all
right?
the
right.
UK basketball games.
Because they
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people would not know that that's a Drake song. They'll know the hook and they'll listen to it. If it's played at a party,
It's
they'll
really
dance to it, but
yeah.
they
You
don't
know
know.
what's really interesting too, and just my last interjection is, I talk about this a lot of times too with like my nephews, like a lot of the stuff that they know and watch, like they already know. Like I remember specifically, like we were about to go, I wanted them to watch Lord. You know how I'm a huge Lord. That's one of my favorite things of all time, right? Books, movies, all that, right? And we're talking about getting them to watch the movies and then like the extended versions, all that stuff. And they're getting to that age. But my nephew said to me, he said, he kind of knows already what happens because of all the memes.
And the
All the
clip.
memes, all the little clips, like, all this stuff, like one does not walk into Mordor, right? Like all those memes, like, yeah, you have my axe, you have my bow, you have my sword, right? Like he already knew like a lot of it, so he wasn't like excited to watch it. But he eventually watched it, but it was just so interesting to me because it was like, yeah, we just consume things like the media and pop culture literacy is so much different today than when we grew
Yeah.
up, which is totally understandable because it was different for us when our parents grew up. It's just different. It's ever
Yeah.
evolving.
And to
When
pick
we
up that routing, my daughter doesn't. Like we were gonna watch because she was talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I'm like, yeah, let's watch it. So we sit down to go watch it. She's fast forwarding it through all the parts just because she wants to see the stuff that she already saw in the clips. She's not interested in watching it all the way through from beginning to end.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing? I had to leave. I was like, we can't spend time like this because I'm not about to sit here and have you fast forwarding through all this. And I just got up and walked out the room.
I played Thriller for Canon, and Canon knows music. And he's like, I can watch this song, this whole entire video. This is 17 minutes. The song should be only 3 minutes at longest. At longest, Uncle Chuck, 3 minutes. And
Yeah.
I'm looking at you and it's like, your other uncle is a music icon. And he has sung one in 3 minutes. He said, I don't listen to him neither.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
I don't listen to him
I could
neither.
definitely see
I
how
said, what
people
do you
not
listen
know
to? He said, I listen to Yeet.
who.
I'm like, who the see? Exactly. Exactly. Haiti baby. Yeet. Do you know any of these artists?
I don't know.
No. They're big in LA though. They're huge. And they're big amongst the whole subculture of kids that like hip hop. And this is real hip hop to them.
Yeah. So I could definitely see him not knowing who Drake is or a lot of these artists because they don't listen to the whole song. Just
Mark said my nephew watches all Michael Jackson videos because he has an adult telling him he should watch these videos because they're good.
I
Yeah,
try
that's
to tell
facts.
mine, and she's like, "This is too long, and why
You
do I
know,
gotta sit through
yeah.
all this?"
hmm hmm
And I
My
swear, I
brother
walked out
plays
the room, I
nothing
was
but
so mad. And Nicole was like, "Why are you mad?" I was like, "Cause she's ruining the greatest cartoon ever."
yep. My brother plays old R&B and soul music for my niece, and she's like, I don't even listen to music like that. It means nothing to her because
Yeah,
these kids don't walk into a music store with $10 on release day, look at two CDs they want, and have to pick one. And which one you to pick is the one that defines you as a person.
yeah,
They don't
you're right.
have that.
Yeah,
They open up their phone, and as soon as the artist finishes the song, he shot a video in his backyard, and it's up on the phone the next day. Then another artist comes that kind of like sounds like the artist they just heard, does the same thing again, and they're 30 artists in by the end of the week of artists that all did similar songs.
yeah,
I mean, yeah. I
yeah.
mean, these kids have missed all the good stuff.
You know what I'm saying?
Going to
They
Blockbuster and you know what I'm saying for the new movie and it ain't there. Like how y'all just opened? How are all the movies gone already?
My thing is they don't sit and live with things anymore. Like we
They
had to
have
sit and
to.
live with that CD.
They don't have
When
to.
I bought my first DJ Quick album, and I was like, oh my God, this is my first DJ Quick album. I lived with Sight and Sound. It was my album. I chose that album over the other five albums I could have picked.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
I spent my
and you
hard-earned
and
money on
and
it.
you had to rock with that. You had
I
to,
had to rock
yeah,
with it. And I
even
had
if
to
you
explain to
didn't
people. And when I
remember.
told people I bought that album over the other four albums out there I could have picked, I had to defend that album.
Right. Remember
mhm.
listening to albums that you didn't like multiple times, hoping on the second or third listen that it was better because you'd already spent your
The
money on
best of both worlds is
Hold
that
on,
album
hold
for
on.
me.
How about hearing those studio cuts that's on the album that ain't nobody else heard because they need to drop it as a single? He's like, oh, you thought the single was good? Hold on. Have you heard track number 7? Oh, that one was
Yes.
cold. Like, yeah.
it. So,
These kids don't know what track number 7 is.
yeah.
Mm-mm,
Why would they?
And
mm-mm.
and albums don't have a through concept. It's a bunch of different types of single. You'll have Taylor Swift give you a country single. She'll give you a pop single. She'll give you a pseudo R&B single. She'll have Ice Spice on a single. She'll have Drake on a single. Hell, she'll do a song produced by
Was it
Kanye on a single, and
just a bunch of
it has
samples?
no personality to
Yeah,
that
no
album
concept, no
whatsoever.
personality, no thought, no
None,
themes, no
none.
anything. It's just
At least when we got Michael Jackson, we got Quincy Jones being straight hood in a really nice, perfect
Well,
package.
as one great prophet and had said, Matthew McConaughey, time is a flat circle. So I think it's gonna come back. You see people picking up vinyl records.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People you see. I went to a used bookstore the other day. You know who was looking at the used records? Bunch of kids.
Yes, it's crazy, right?
right?
They bought Walkmans. They
So
got Walkmans.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
saw a
Mm-hmm.
kid, I saw a kid with a
Time is a
CD
flat
player
circle,
at the
man.
Grove. I saw a CD player at the Grove, and I'm like, what? He
People
had the
wearing members
headphones
only
on and
jackets and
everything.
yeah.
I'm waiting for starter jackets to come back.
I'm all for all
So I
that.
can get my
I want
San
them all to
Francisco
come
starter
back.
jacket and I can wear it around my brother because his team can't win a playoff game to save their lives.
Who's his team?
That
Cowboys.
Cowboy.
That's
And
so
every
sad.
year he comes, they're good this year. And I just look at him like,
It's like
okay.
every Cowboy fan, but that's a
Mm-hmm.
whole nother topic, and we'll go down a whole nother rabbit hole. We
I
ain't really.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, but we're gonna wrap now, you guys. I thank y'all for going on this rabbit hole of music. If great artists then came out today, they came out in the vacuum. Like Chuck Berry wouldn't have survived today.
You know what I really appreciate
What's that?
is that we talked about all these great things in technology. We talked about music, but then we ended it with talking about the Cowgirls losing another playoff game. That brings my heart joy. This is going out to you, Theo and Romar.
Oh man, that makes me feel good. Oh
Not the Cowgirls.
wow,
Eric.
hold on. We're gonna do one more story, you guys. The funk. This is for you because I know you put this in there for me to read. After 8 years and almost 3,000 songs, Rock
Ah,
Band 4's DLC drops are ending.
yeah.
Rock Band is still alive. Speaking of music,
Hmm.
That's big
Interesting.
though.
Harmonix is going to start releasing DLC songs for Rock Band 4 this month. The Epic Games own studio announced today the developer has announced nearly 3,000 songs to the game as downloadable content over the course of 8 years. But that remarkable run is coming to an end on January 25th.
Like
RIP.
I have like three guitars that went to Rock Band, but I think they were all for PlayStation 3. Like I don't have any that were for PlayStation 4, but yeah, I had uh Rock
Man.
Band. Yeah, I was pretty heavy into trying to play the little colored chords on the because I wanted to learn guitar at one point, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's playing on Rock Band is not the same
No,
thing.
that's not the same. That's
Not
not
the
no
same
no.
at all.
That's playing
Not
piano more so than anything else. The
yeah.
greatest Guitar Hero player that I knew, he plays
Mhm.
piano.
Hmm.
He's amazing at piano. He plays everything on expert triple speed.
How does that make you feel, Mr. Bab,
But
about Rock Band? Because don't you have a special connection to Rock Band, sir?
Guitar Hero. I worked on Guitar Hero.
Oh yeah.
So
See,
yeah,
I was
I love these music games, and
Rock
it's
Band.
I wish hope time is a circle, as Matthew McConaughey say it. Matthew
Mm-hmm.
McConaughey said, and
Mm-hmm.
that Rock Band and Guitar Hero do come back because there's new rock music is okay, but classic rock can never be beat. There's so many good
Mm,
classic rock music. I remember when I first played Rock Band Beatles, and it's the first time I ever really heard the Beatles. And
mm-hmm.
and you start off from the boy band Beatles,
Mm-hmm.
and you play through their evolution as a band,
Mm-hmm.
and by the end, I was mind blown. I was
Oh,
like,
that's about the time they was doing
wow.
opium and ayahuasca and
Well,
all types of stuff.
they
They
were
was out there on that
next
stuff.
level.
Yeah.
And at first, I didn't understand why people loved the Beatles because black people didn't love the Beatles back then. They're
Mm-hmm.
like they just copied Motown, and for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, they copied Motown and funk. But
Yeah.
what they were doing was magic. It was magical. I had
Mm-hmm.
to agree with them. They crushed it out. Like my dad said, they're not better than Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was like, hell, no one's better than Earth, Wind, and Fire. That may be the greatest group of all time
I mean,
outside of outside of Parliament and Funkadelic.
they named after three elements like Avatar, the Last Airbender. Like, you
They are
just said
Earth,
like,
Wind, and Fire.
yeah.
I said that they're a full orchestra band. People
Mm-hmm.
understand what they were. That's amazing music. And I was like, and on rock band, I think I rock with is Parliament and Funkadelic. Funkadelic in particular, because Maggot Brain is next level rock music. It's next
Sly and the
level.
Family Stones. It's a lot
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
Bootsy
But
Collins.
I learned John Deere. I learned I learned about prog rock through Guitar Hero. I learned about the Beatles. I fell in love with Metallica through Guitar Hero. Aerosmith, I was always in love with Aerosmith.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in love with a lot of good music. Black Sabbath. I mean, that time at Neversoft was great for me. Because I used to jump on Randy for liking rock music when we were younger.
Really?
Oh man, I was horrible.
Yeah, man. I used to
I was on
listen.
my Malcolm X shit back then.
Mm.
Randy was trying to open his mind up. He rode a school bus for the first time. Was like, I guess I gotta start liking rock music now too.
They didn't have school buses in Detroit public schools.
They didn't have school buses. He saw a school bus and was like, these
No,
things are real.
I did. I was like, what? And then I
What?
thought you were like special needs because in Detroit, the only kids that had the yellow school bus were special needs kids.
How'd y'all get to school in Detroit?
City bus,
Public transportation.
or you
Oh,
walk, or you have a school. You either have the school
Mhm.
close enough for you to walk, and if it's
Mm-hmm.
not close enough for you to walk, you take the city bus. They provide vouchers for you to ride the city bus from like
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock in the morning to like 7 o'clock free.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
the same. It's the same here in California too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think some counties have city school buses. Maybe Anaheim may have school buses. I'm not sure if Orange County does, but Los Angeles County doesn't have school
Yeah, Wayne
buses.
County did not have city buses. I was like,
Yeah,
what? They got a city? They
yeah.
got a school?
But with that said, RIP Rock Band. I'm glad you made a beautiful run. I hope music games come back with older music like Michael Jackson because we all wanted Michael Jackson Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
Oh
We
man.
all wanted that. Um, Hopefully all that stuff will come back and we'll get that. And parents, teach your kids about music. Music education is not in schools anymore. In most schools, it's not in most schools.
Yeah, it's still in
And
schools
kids
out
are,
here.
and you're not exposing your kids to instruments, so everything's on the computer. And eventually, AI is going to take all those jobs if these
Hey,
kids don't learn the
T.I. son
instruments.
dope as hell on the guitar.
Who?
T.I. son,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he dope
cause
as
he,
hell.
cause he cares about music.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to care about the stuff.
And we're talking about the money, not the idiot
Yeah, yeah,
King.
yeah, 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 yeah. Not
King with
King's just
them
young.
them
He'll
huge
figure it
ass
out.
he
giraffe
ain't
teeth in
young.
his
He like
mouth.
21, 22 years
Yeah.
old.
He got huge ass giraffe teeth in his mouth. Like,
Yeah, the
Y'all get
one.
enough talking about King. Leave King alone. Randy used to say JJ was young when he was 30.
He just in my mind he was that age.
I know
mm,
it. But um thank you all for tuning in to Geek Beast. Thank you, Rakai, for coming on the show. I gotta have
no
you on the
problem.
show more because this has been a great discussion. We usually have drinks. I don't drink anymore, and my
Yeah.
host didn't come with drinks. Next time we'll make them come with drinks on Friday, so I can get
Mm-hmm.
them lit, and we can play. We can play. We make it all K-pop Friday one day, and I'll make y'all listen to K-pop and how exquisite and perfect it is, how Jackson 5e it is, and how it does very well in the world, but it doesn't do super well here as it should
Yep.
do.
My playbook though. Yeah, man.
It is,
Mm-hmm.
it is. It all takes the Jason 5 playbook. Everybody takes the
Mm-hmm.
Jason 5 playbook,
Yeah.
which is based on the Motown playbook.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we all know that. That's this her parallel. Like Bruno Mars should be one of the biggest artists ever because his music is amazing.
Yeah.
He has really, really good.
Bruno Mars will tell you he's taking the Prince playbook. He was like, because they was giving him crap about it's like it's cultural appropriation. He was like, it's fucking Prince. Who the hell didn't grow up on liking Prince? I'm like, well, I can't
That's
argue with
true.
that.
Facts.
I can't
That's
argue with you
true.
there, son.
That's true. That's
Facts.
true. That's true. You know, is and one of the purposes of culture is to be appropriated. It's one of the purposes of culture for culture to spread. That's why I get angry at Most Def talking about Drake is just pop music. Most Def, you made some pop songs back in the day. Sure, you got contemplative songs, and Drake doesn't really have contemplative songs. Kinda contemplative.
Kiki, are you with me? It's
Really?
complicated.
He did. He talks about
Mm-hmm.
his mama
The
crying on him
best, the
about
best
having a
I
lot of
ever
money.
had, man. Y'all, it's
Best I ever had. That's right, Randy. That's a contemplative
contemplated.
song.
Yeah.
He's always crying about some damn woman. It ain't contemplative.
I
It's
mean, he
not
ain't,
contemplative.
that ain't mean he ain't
Prince cried
contemplating.
about some
He's
woman when
it's
Doves
just
cries
emo.
about a
It's just
woman.
emo as hell. It's
Hey,
When
just
Prince
Doves
made a song
cries, an
about
emo
masturbation.
ass song. When
Prince made a
Doves
song about
cries,
masturbation. I met
first of
this
all, did you
girl.
know birds could cry before doves? Did you know
no,
birds could even cry? No,
no.
okay.
Why
It's
is
So
rain
It's
purple?
cold ass metaphor.
Why is rain purple?
Listen, it doesn't matter because he made them all, some purify themselves in the
In the
waters of
lakes of
Lake
Minnetonka.
Minnetonka. Yeah, doesn't matter.
And she did it. The
Yep.
coldest line
and, and,
ever.
and
The
then
coldest.
he drove off, he rode off without her. Left her ass there.
And he didn't even like drive out gradually. He peeled off, spit dirt.
And then when she sat there, I said, "You getting my damn seat wet?" That's the coldest. This is the coldest ever, dog. He's the
Yep.
coldest ever.
Oh
He was a
man.
cold G with high
Oh,
heels
man.
and lace on.
Cannot make that movie right now. You cannot make a girl strip butt naked and jump into a freezing cold lake
Mm-mm.
in the
Then
bed.
you leave her. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that.
All right, all right, all right. We gotta get out of here. Ronnie, like,
See,
I'm hungry.
he
I'm
how
ready to
hungry.
run.
He's cussing us. He's laughing right now. He's thinking about Purple Rain. He's gonna turn it on in the car when he go get some food today.
Hell, I think I might
Purple
watch it.
Rain. All right, you guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Digital Click. Thank you, Rodney, for chiming in. As always, we love having you on the show, Rodney. And thank you for being a great technical producer and adding Rakai at the last minute. With that being said, we'll see y'all on Monday on Geek Beast, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.